righty.
Good morning. Can you announce yourself who you are?
Looks like
it's connecting audio.
Yeah, still connecting.
Okay.
Mr. Guevara, were you able to talk to Mr. Alvarez?
I was not. We're still trying to figure out some of the things regarding the 3 cases that we have going on. I had some questions for Connie. She was running back and forth, so I apologize. Getting ready for the 10 o'clock docket, but I will call him.
No problem.
So is my understanding Mr. Alvarez is Spanish speaking only 100%, or does he speak some English? Or
Poquito, very. He speaks less English than I can speak Spanish.
Oh, okay, all right. We'll figure it out.
I know enough where when it used to be safe to go across the border, I would love to go to, when I go to the judges seminar down in the South Padre and I'd cross over, I literally would go by myself, just t-shirt and blue jeans, and I'd go down. I found a really good restaurant with a giant palapa, and it was a great Mexican restaurant. I called my brother who lives in Hoboken and said, guess where I'm at? I'm having a margarita and nachos down in Matamoros. but my favorite is Nuevo Laredo. I used to love that place. It's a shame. I won't go down there now. It's too dangerous on the border towns. Yeah. Feel sorry for the people that live there because it killed their economy. Yeah.
No kidding.
But Nuevo Laredo was very cool. They had a park right there, and they had the flag of Mexico. It must have been the size of a football field. It was gorgeous. It would just be waving. The police were really cool. Everybody.
Hi there. Can you announce yourself?
Yes, sir. Please announce yourself.
Sorry, I'm Antonio Scott Mondragon.
Okay. Ah, Mr. Mondragon. Okay. It looks like you've got 2 cases. And, okay, you're set for a show cause here. It looks like you were set for driver safety course. Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
And according to my court, this is Judge Madison, by the way. I'm the new presiding judge for Bertram Municipal Court of Record, and now Bertram Municipal Court, as of October 1st, is a court of record. So I'm present today, and also the city attorney and state prosecutor, Mike Guevara, is also present, and my court administrator, Connie, is also here. So let me just take a look at your paperwork. It looks like, Mr. Mondragon, you were granted a driver's safety course, and one of the requirements is to provide a copy of your driving record so we know that you haven't had a defensive driving course in the past year. And right now our records show that we don't have your driving record nor anything showing you've taken the driver's safety course.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what's happened.
Yes, sir. I kind of had a family emergency, and I've been in New Mexico the past few months, and so I've left my stuff over there at my house in Houston.
Okay.
And so I haven't really finished it, and I kind of forgot about it. But there's no excuse, but that's just, I'm still in New Mexico as of right now, and I haven't been able to continue with that because I'm over here dealing with family issues.
So let me ask you this. I usually give people a second chance and tell them, hey, if you get the driver's safety course, you take that and provide a copy of your driving record. I could give you a 30-day extension, but it doesn't, I don't know whether you're telling me it doesn't sound like that'd be able to happen. So you just want to pay a fine on it then?
Yes, sir. That could be easiest.
And Connie, I believe that Mr. Mondragon's already paid his court costs. Is that right?
I'm sorry, that is correct.
Okay, so Mr. Mondragon, you've already paid your court costs, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. And Connie, can you tell me what the original charge was? I'm assuming this was like a speeding charge or something, or?
This was a speeding violation, 77 and a 55.
All right. Then what I'm going to do at this time is just, since you don't want to take the driver's safety course, just set the fine, which is going to be $200. So the total amount due is $200. So can you get that paid, sir, in the next 10 days? All right.
Yes, sir.
Due in 10 days. Connie, can you tell Mr. Mondragon how he can go about paying that, the different ways?
Absolutely. You may go on paygov.us. It's paygov.us. It'll ask you for your citation number, and also you will provide the amount of $200. You can also call me direct, and I can take the credit card payment over the phone.
Yes, ma'am.
So the easiest might be just to call the court and just take care of it over the phone if you like, sir. Do you have our phone number, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
It is 512-355-2197.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Well, listen, I'm sorry it turned out this way, and our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. Hope things work out for you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You take care.
Yes, sir, will do. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So we got Mr. Mondragon taken care of. Connie, is anybody else present? I mean, I guess I know like Mark Elizondo is a failure to pay on a payment plan, and JC Kate Good also failed to pay on a pay plan, but I don't see them present unless they're in a waiting room.
I don't have anybody. Kelly Mahan. Who is that? Oh, I guess I knew.
That's you.
Oh.
Yeah. And,
Way to
and
go.
it's Kelly. And by the way, if that's supposed to be Kelly McMahon, I think it's misspelled because it's
I know what. How did I do
MCMAHAN.
that? That is hilarious.
Mike, do you've dealt with Miss McMahon before, I assume, on cases?
Not that I'm aware.
Okay. I see her occasionally in my court over in Lakeway and then Liberty Hill. She's one of the few attorneys when she never no-shows. I mean, she's always there. She takes care of her business. She's very professional. Yeah. You'll enjoy working with her. She's great. Okay.
And who is she on this case?
She was actually representing back. Let's see. She was on Tara Kessler's case where.
Oh, okay. All right.
Brian worked out a 90-day deferred on that. Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Mr. Brian. Okay. Yeah. All right. So right now.
How long do you usually give them, Your Honor, on?
Oh, before I call and just finalize it and issue a final order conviction. Well, on this one, of course, they're non-payments, so it'll be capious pro fines. I'll give them another 7 minutes to about 10:20. Okay. And then if not, then I'm going to go ahead and issue the capious pro fines. In the meantime, did you want to go ahead and try and see if you can reach out to Mr. Alvarez?
Yeah, I can do that. I wanted to ask Connie real quick on because you said that Christina Filburn was added late to the docket. Are we sure that all three, Filburn, St. Clair, and Borland, actually got notice of this? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay. Thank you. So I did email the request to appear, and then also mailed the request.
Okay. All right.
But Filburn has a history of not showing.
Okay. But Filburn has an attorney at this point. We've done discovery and everything. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's Stephanie Collins. Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
And do you know what the attorneys wanted to do on these two cases, or?
We haven't had any communication with them since the discovery went out.
Okay.
They've been unresponsive.
What do you want to do then, Mike? Do you want we can add the FTA charge and then just reset?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right. And I'd be okay, giving them the time, obviously. The same with Borland. Sinclair, Connie, I would rather just, instead of adding anything to them, I would just rather reset them. Let's do the best. I mean, he's a local. Let's do the best that we can to make sure that he shows up next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that means someone, and I don't necessarily mean a full uniformed police officer going over there and saying, hey, this is your court date, please come And then also, I don't know if you need to take a note or if you want me to talk to Chief about it. I'd like an update on what that property looks like since we are talking about code violations.
Yes, that's
so
good.
I know that.
Yeah. And I know one thing that one of my chiefs does up in Bruce Valetti, which I really like, he'll just go by with his cell phone, shoot a couple pictures and shoot that to the prosecutor. That way you can eyeball it and say, okay. And then you can tell, oh, the next time, oh, he's gotten rid of those vehicles, the lawnmowers are gone, all that other junk is gone. That really helps you. Just a couple of pics with the cell phone would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Can you ask him to do that, Connie, on that code case that no showed, and just let him, and he might even just say, listen, we want to work with you, but if you don't show up next time, this time they didn't issue the failure to appear, but next time you're probably going to have an additional charge. It's $500 fine. So please make sure you show up. Let's all work together to get this taken care of. We want to help you get this charge dismissed and get your property cleaned up so we can move forward. But if the chief could, whoever's going out there, that officer could take a couple of pictures and send them to Mike, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great. And Connie, I was just pulling together Mr. Alvarez's documents. I do not have an email from you with his email address or with his phone number. Sorry.
Phone number, yeah.
I do not have it.
I think she's going to her office
to
speak. Okay.
Yeah, this was, and I apologize with the dentist this morning. It's been scheduled since April, but they told me 30 minutes I'd be in and out. I got there as a new lady doing the x-rays, and they actually came to me and apologized and thanked me for their patience. So I apologize for that. And then Chief, I kept asking him for all the videos and everything. And so, and kept asking, and finally got it. And I finally got him. And he said, I'll give them to you on Friday. And I said, court's tomorrow.
There you go.
Because he was thinking it was the Tuesday. And so he was probably wondering why I was bugging him so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though the caption or the title of the email was October 7th court. So, I mean, the notice was there. But anyway, so it looks like we got it taken care of. Arthur jumped in. He did a fantastic job.
And Connie, did you shoot Mike the phone number for Alvarez?
I have it now.
Okay, awesome.
I'm going to turn off my camera and mic.
Okay, we'll see in a few.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thanks, Mike. All right, so Connie, let me just double check with you. Pulling my docket sheet back up here. So, and I'll send you all my notes. That's one thing I like to do. So if something happens and you're not sure, you'll see my notes too, and that way you'll have those. I always like to do that. Christina Filburn has an attorney, 2 charges, PODP and speeding. Didn't show up, so we're going to reset but add the FTA charge. Okay. Ralph St. Clair, we're going to reset and we're not going to add an FTA charge.
Okay.
But if you could ask the chief for some photos of the property for Mike.
Okay.
That'd be great. All right. Valerie Borland, reset at FTA, because this Valerie's not here, right?
That is correct.
And this is a ran stop sign, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Larry Woodrum no showed also. Larry Dale Woodrum is not present.
That is correct. He's not here.
All right, so we're going to reset that case and add the FTA charge.
Okay, these are show cause. I'm sorry. So now you're on show cause.
Oh, I thought Larry Woodrum.
No, Larry Woodrum is show cause for speeding 70 and a 55, but he has a balance of 108.90.
All right. So Larry Woodrum show is a show cause. What other ones are show cause? I thought Nathan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Reed,
I'm sorry. Let me look at this back up. I apologize, Honor.
Because I thought show causes were Nathan Reeves and Morgado, Mondragon, Elizondo, and JC Good.
Yes, Larry Woodrum is show cause for driver safety course. Did not provide his certificate or his driving record.
Oh, Woodrum is also a show
Yes.
cause? Okay, let me move him down there. Okay. All right, so Larry Woodrum is a show cause. All right. No driver safety course certificate and no driving record?
That is correct, Judge.
All right, so no show today, right?
Correct.
All right, this becomes a final conviction. $200 fine. Issue Capias Pro fine. All right, so we're going to issue Capias Pro fine on him.
Okay.
All right, that takes care of him. And let me go ahead and fix that. All right, how about Nathan Reeves? Looks like the driver safety course, no certificate for the driver safety course, right?
That is correct.
And he also no-showed today.
That is correct.
Okay, so we'll do the same thing there. Final conviction to be reported to DPS, $200 fine, issue Capias Pro fine for Nathan Reeves. All right. Ismani Morgado Guerrero, no driver safety course certificate and no driving record, right?
That is correct.
And he's not here either.
That is correct.
All right, then the final conviction, $200 fine, issue Capias Pro fine. Okay. All right, moving along here. All right, so Mondragon showed up at the hearing, didn't want an extension, just wanted to go ahead and pay the fine. So final conviction. With fine of $200 and it's due in 10 days. He's the one that's going to probably call you. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I also have a Mark Elizondo. Now, has he no-showed on the payment plan one? Don't see him here today. And you're muted, by the way.
Okay.
There we go. All
He
right.
is not here
So
today.
Mark Elizondo was a no pay on a pay plan.
Mhm.
And he's not here, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So he defaulted on a payment plan, so we'll issue a Capias Pro fine on him for the amount due, the balance due, which is $343.77. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And JC Kate Good is also another one that was on a payment plan, and she's defaulted. And she hasn't shown up today, has she?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, then we'll do the same thing for JC Good as we did for Elizondo, and that is issue Capias Pro fine for the balance due. All right. I think that takes care of everybody on the show cause. And the only one that showed up on the show cause was Mr. Elizondo. No, that wasn't Elizondo. That was
Mondragon, right? Antonio.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. He was present, but he just wanted to pay the fine. All right. And none of the other people were here. So that takes, I think that takes care of everybody. everybody on the show cause. That takes care of them. And let me save this. So on the 10 o'clock docket, just to recap, Christina Filburn is represented by Stephanie Collins, and neither she nor her attorney appeared. So we're not going to issue warrants, but we're going to reset and add an FTA charge, but no warrants.
Correct.
All right. Ralph St. Clair, rubbish charge, reset, no FTA. We're just going to reset and ask the chief, go by and talk to him and get some pictures of the property and send to Mike.
That is correct.
Perfect. And Valerie Borland, reset and add FTA charge, but no warrants. On Valerie Borland, reset, add failure to appear charge, but no warrants.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to jump in here. Yeah, right after they passed that Senate Bill 1913 thing, that law that said you got to give them all these warnings, it's like you're dealing with a third grader. You know, you have to tell them that they have different options to pay. You have to tell them that they can, what happens if they don't show up, which I knew when I was 16 what happened if you didn't show up. If you don't show up in court, you're probably going to have a warrant issue for your arrest. I knew that at age 16, but we've got to tell people that now as required by the legislature, so that's fine. Not a
We
problem.
do have somebody that is in the waiting room. Would you like me to bring them in?
Yeah, let's find out who they are.
Okay. This is Mr. St. Clair, is that correct? Hold on. Mr. St. Clair, can you hear us? You can hear us, but we can't hear you. Do you have your mic muted?
Do you have a phone number you could just call them, tell them we're going to, and actually, okay, there you are. Can you hear us, Mr. St. Clair?
Yeah, can I hear you? You hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. You got it fixed now. Okay. Well, I'm glad you showed up. Why don't you hang loose for a minute, and we're going to see if we can get the prosecutor to visit with you and see if maybe we can talk about your case a little bit and see where we can get this thing, you know, to a point where we can be finished with it and you can be out of court. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The goal here is try and get the property cleaned up, get everything done. And usually the prosecutor, instead of seeking a fine, if everything gets completed, usually what they do is just say, let's just dismiss it, which is great for you because the city is not looking for fines. You know, the city just wants to try and get these properties cleaned up. And if everybody's working together, they got no problem with the case being dismissed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, hang loose for a minute. And Connie, you want to put them in a waiting room, hang loose, and then we're going to have the prosecutor get with you, sir.
All right.
All right, very good, sir. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, so we'll
Oh, hold on. I moved Mike into the waiting room. All right, Mr. St. Clair, let me move you. Okay, hold on.
No problem.
Okay. I don't know where Mike is.
Well, yeah, he may be on that call, I bet, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we'll give him just a minute. I'm pulling up, let's see, I'm trying to pull up this letter here, Senate Bill 1913.
Well, Judge, we kind of left it at an impasse. Trying to explain that he can't do deferred, that he needed to replead from no contest or not guilty to guilty. And so what I'm going to do, if it's okay with the court, is I have a police officer in Elmendorf who does all the translatings on these, because it's, tricky when you're talking about legal terms.
Right.
He was not understanding what we were trying to convey to him, and
Yeah.
no English, and he was by himself. So
Right.
that was fun. So if it's okay with the court, we'll just sit on his case. I'll get a hold of Officer Maldonado. I'll try to call him right now and see if we can get some kind of resolution, and I'll let Connie know about that.
Okay, great. And the good news is Mr. St. Clair showed up after all.
Okay.
And so we've got him in a waiting room. And Connie, do you want to get him paired up so Mike can visit with him?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That'd be
I'll
great.
move, Mike, he's in the waiting room, so I will move you to the waiting room.
Perfect. Thank you.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
No. All right. Can they both talk in the waiting room?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, this is my first time to run a Zoom court, so.
Okay. Let me see here what I've got here. Oh boy, I've got a great letter here. I had to create this letter right after they passed this law. You had to go through all these things, to tell them all these things, and you reset their case. So it's got a real long title. And I sat down and just drafted this thing up, and TMCEC liked it so much they said, can we use this for all of our court clerks and when we have our conferences? So Robbie wanted to use this, and I said, sure. So I drafted this letter. It goes everything this legislature wanted. It's called Notice of Court Date, Notice of Safe Harbor, meaning you won't be arrested if you show up, and alternatives to full payment of fines. If, in other words, if you can't pay the fine, there's community service, payment plans, all this stuff, and consequences for failure to appear in court. So you have received a citation in court. Okay, so, all right, we need to get everybody all paired up here together.
I don't think they spoke. I'm trying to put them in a waiting room, or not in the waiting room, but actually in a breakout room. So
Yeah,
give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, I never went to a breakout room.
That's not a good thing.
That's what I figured. So assigned to city prosecutor. Okay. Assign to, okay. Okay, so it's just you and me, Judge, again.
Okay, so I created this letter, and it basically starts off saying, you've received a citation and must appear in court. The alleged violation is set forth in your citation. When you sign the citation, you agreed to make an appearance on the date, your court date set below, with information regarding alternatives to the full payment of fine and court costs and explanation of consequences if you fail to appear in court. Pursuant to the Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 45.014E and F and G, in accordance with Senate Bill 1913, your case has now been set for court appearance. You're hereby ordered to appear in this court at the time and date and location set forth below. Then there's a box where you can put the date in there in red. Then the name and address of our court gets filled in there, a telephone number for our court, the fax number for our court, email address for the court, and the court's website. So once you create this form, then you'll be good to go and just fill in, the date for the defendant and the defendant's name on the top, and you're good to go. So I'm going to take this letter right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump over to my email, and I'm going to shoot that to you. And that's a great letter to start using in all cases. And all these ones are resetting, the no show today.
Mm-hmm.
That's the letter you need to use from now on to let them know on their court date. So let me put you in here, Connie, and I'm going to get this. I'm going to call this SB 1913 court date letter. All right. And, all right. So I know it's a good letter because TMCEC said, can we borrow this form? I've created quite a few forms when I had to sit down and do stuff. I used to teach for the Municipal Court Education Center. I
Yes.
did it for 20 years. So they're like, oh, this looks really good. Can we use it? I'm like, I share everything. That's cool. No problem. All right.
That's
So the
awesome.
Senate Bill 1913 letter is attached. Please use this for all court date notifications on all cases. So everything going good with you and me? I'm trying to get stuff back to you pretty quickly. I'm guessing it's probably getting back to you quicker than Judge Simon did.
You're very quick, yes, and I appreciate that. I'm used to holding on to things, so it's really nice for that quick turnaround.
And that's why what I told the council, I said, I made a promise and I don't make promises I can't keep. I said, you're going to find out, and Connie's going to find out that when she sends something, it's not going to be days before somebody responds, which makes me crazy with other attorneys. It'll be minutes usually at the worst hours. And I said, because it's not fair to her to jam her up, and only once a week or every 2 weeks. I've had courts where judges don't come up once a month. And then you got a box full of stuff, and then you're jammed up trying to deal with it. It's like better to have it all spread out and just keep things streamlined, and it just makes it easier for you.
Well, I appreciate you so much, and
Yeah.
I value the knowledge. So
Sure. And yeah, I mean, I'm here to make things as easy as possible. That's for sure. And I just sent you that email.
okay.
And
Now I believe it looks like we may have lost Mike and Ralph, so I don't know because I only see 2 participants, so I don't see them.
yeah,
Or do you see them?
let me
No?
see. Hang on one second. Let me get out of this. I'm in my email. Let me just get out of this real
Okay.
quick. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking here and I can't even
I don't
open
see
mine.
them.
It's you and me. That's all I see. But if they're in the waiting room, that's all I see is you and me anyway, though.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Because it says right here, the host is open to breakout room. So it says it up there. So they're probably in that breakout room.
Okay.
So
Yes,
right
they
now,
are. Oh, hallelujah. Okay.
okay.
I just want to make sure I didn't send them somewhere,
So how's your daughter doing? I mean, we're broadcasting, so don't release anything, but is she okay?
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, that's great.
I appreciate you asking.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, do you hold court every day?
No.
Okay.
Most of my courts though are pretty much the first 2 weeks of the month.
Okay.
And then the last 2 weeks is I'm doing other stuff, but pretty much most of my courts are pushed towards the first 2 weeks of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Sorry, I'm gonna put you on mute just because we have someone in a conference room here.
Sure.
So that way it's not so loud.
Okay.
Oh, they're back. Never mind.
I'm back. Mr. Sinclair is supposed to be coming back. I walked him through it.
Hold on.
You go, is there a way you can snatch him and bring him back?
Yes, I got
Drag
him.
him from the waiting room.
Right.
Electronically remove him.
Right. There it is.
There we go.
Oh,
Hey, there you are.
All right. So
I went to leave room and it just suddenly went out. I'm like, oh shit.
You made the trip. Okay, very good.
Sorry.
No
so
problem.
Connie, basically what Mr. Sinclair and I talked about is he said that we could go by there right now, and all the trash is gone, the weeds are cleaned up. The only thing left is the inoperable vehicle, but he said that he is going to be able to move that. He said the vehicle actually moves and runs. He just hasn't gotten it registered. So that still meets the definition unless he can prove that. So I asked him if there's a way that he could, put it behind a fence. He said he can. And so what I'm going to do is I told him that I will, since I'll be there on Tuesday, I'll go check out the property. He said it'll all be taken care of by then. And if it's all resolved, then I told him he's good to go. If not, then we'll be sending him notice to come back in November. So that's where we're at with Mr. Sinclair. Because like I said, he's represented, he's taking care of it. And if he did that, that's what we want. That's good compliance is what we want. So I guess we'll just continue it in November pending our investigation.
All right.
So reset for November docket.
4th. Yeah, November 4th is that date, Mr. Sinclair. But like I said, if you need to come back, we'll send you notice.
All right.
And in the meantime, Mike, you're going to go by at some point in time and then take a look at the property. And then if everything's good, Mr. Sinclair, then he's probably going to file a motion to dismiss, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
No court costs, no fines, case closed, and be on your way. Hallelujah.
Well, and part of the reason is he said he's actually hired an individual to come every 2 weeks and mow. So obviously that costs money. And so I would rather him use the money to get it cleaned up than pay fines.
There you go. There you go. Very nice. Okay. That sound good, Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, listen, take care, sir. You have a great day, and we'll catch you back in November, and hopefully we'll be able to get this case resolved and put to bed.
You too. Damn, now I gotta go back to work.
All right.
Get back
What
to
kind of
work.
work you do, sir?
Roadside service.
Oh, okay. Well, be
Triple X.
careful out there. We know how those people drive. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I see them come whizzing by both of us when we're out there.
Oh yeah.
Be careful, sir. You have a good day. Take care, sir.
You too.
Yes, sir. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watch people driving on the highway. They don't move over for the tow trucks. They don't move over for the highway patrol. They don't move over for firefighters. It's just like, people. Yeah. And
All right, so
Okay.
either one of the other two are still no shows?
yes.
Let me get out of here. How do we get out? There we go. Oh, I'm still not out. What?
There we go. He figured it out. Okay.
I
Yeah,
just
you hear
removed him.
horror stories are make sure you're unplugged, and everything. And, people get up. And I think the funniest one was that poor elderly attorney where his secretary had it set where his little little kitten talking. Did you see that one, Mike?
I think I did. When we first started doing Zoom calls, they the comedy hour came, because there were a lot of individuals that.
Yeah. So this deal, Mike, if you haven't seen it, I'll see if I can find the link and send it to you. This poor older attorney, he's like 70 years old, is in a hearing with the judge, and the secretary must have said, well, use my computer because I've already got the camera and mic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he gets on it, and she had put a feature on there where you look like you're a kitten. So
I've
he's
seen
talking
it.
he's talking to that judge. He goes, I'm not a kitten. The judge goes, I know you're not a cat. It's like,
Yes, I've seen that one. No, yeah, that is hilarious. Yeah.
that poor man. I thought he was going to have a stroke. He was just like, oh, I'm so sorry.
And I don't think he knew how to turn it off, correct?
He did. You can see him like calling his
He was
secretary, like, help, get me out of this thing. That had to go. I bet there's millions of hits now. It's just
Yeah.
hilarious. Watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. On the
Okay.
other ones, we're just going to reset no warrants on these, except for the show causes that are final. That'll be capious, but reset everybody. I've given Connie the 1913 Senate Bill, 1913, got all the statute requirements letter. We're going to start using that now from now on, and we'll be golden.
Good
Awesome.
deal.
All right, Mike. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Appreciate
Have
you
a
all.
good day. Take care, Connie.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and send you that letter. If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right. Take care. Have a good
And
day.
thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.